Hey, what's up? This is Jared. I'll take you through a quick screen cast of the mvcReadData assignment. The first part was pretty easy. Fairly confident with the SQL that we've used up to this point. I just created a database called library and then a table within that called book info. My application is going to be just kind of a list creator where you can log in and search this database to see if there's books available, and then if there is, you can add them to your list. So I made these fields for ID, title, author first, author last, and then checked out being a boolean. In this case, like if you tried to add Moby Dick to your list, you wouldn't be able to because it's checked out. But we won't worry about that for now. So anyway, I made ID the primary key and had it auto increment, so there you see that. From there, go to my TextMate, where the first thing I did was create this functions page, PHP, which pretty simply just connects to the database. If it doesn't connect, you get this message, and if it connects, it connects. That's just some debugging stuff I used. Then it goes to the index page, where you include your functions PHP. If it doesn't connect, you get this message. And if it does connect, you do this little query where you select everything from book info, and then you fetch that, and it echoes out row ID, row title. And I kind of just encompassed that in ahref, which sends it to info.php. So it creates links for those. So basically what it's doing is, sorry, I'll go to the index here. So what it's doing is just creating this array and showing it the book titles from the database, and that is a link. So if you click on them, it takes you to info.php. Now this is where it got a little tricky for me. I had to do a lot of Googling. php.net pretty much saved my life here. And I don't even know if I did it 100% correctly, but it works pretty well so far. So this is just saying if it does not connect to library, echo cannot connect to database. This is where it got really tricky for me. I ended up doing if this does not happen, then it says sorry, this book does not exist. And then it's or else. You create this variable for book ID, which equals this array for book ID. And this real escape string just kind of protects it from SQL injection or whatever it is. So basically it has to be from book ID in order to work. So let's say you click on the Shining, that works. It sends you to that function page. So there is no book ID for 6 up to this point. So if I type in 6, it should say, sorry, that does not exist. Okay, so that works. And then you just say, query select from book info where ID equals book ID. So if it does not equal 0, then blah, 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 so on and so forth. If it does work, then you should get the title, which we already showed you works. So Women by Charles Bukowski works, On the Road by Kerouac works, and Moby Dick works. So also what we did was we made it so that if you tried to maybe do something hacking wise, it has to be the book ID. So if you typed in a malicious hack, then it would also say sorry, does not work, to kind of protect from that. So the thing that I had the most trouble with was really just trying to figure out exactly the process of doing all of this, which was very long and strenuous, but eventually it came together. Figuring out my SQL real escape was kind of tricky as well. Again, I'm not sure if it's exactly how it should be, but you get your list of links and it takes you to an info page for each of them. So I hope that works, and thank you.